Hello everyone, Rashi here. Today I'm going to make a top 10 about, um, since it's Pride Month, I wanted to make something that is LGBTQ theme. I'm going to do something that might be controversial for some. Today's top 10 is about series that are not LGBTQ, but feature a usually important character that is part of the LGBTQ community, whether they're lesbian, trans, gay. I have at least one of each that I just mentioned. So most of them, uh, like the romance is usually not the main theme. So for the most part, these characters are part of the LGBTQ community, mostly for um, representing the community, it being rather than them being like an important aspect of the story. Most of them are still really important to the story. So the character themselves, I mean. So yeah. So to start off this top 10, I'm actually going to start with a honorable mention because although there is a manga of that, I mainly read the light novel, and my honorable mention goes to Wandering Witch, Journey of Elena. Um, People who read this series are probably not surprised that I'm adding this as an honorable mention because although it's not a Yuri, the number of lesbian women in this series is rather impressive. Like, I've read only the first 6 volumes, and there has been like at least 3 girls, I think, that confess their love to Elena, and even beyond these, there are multiple, like probably nearly a dozen women that are confirmed to be lesbian so far. So there is a lot of them. Now, this top 10 only includes series that I own physically, so I might end up liking like series. There are probably series that I haven't read yet that feature like people of the LGBTQ community. So please, if you know any good series, feel free to put them in the comment, and maybe I'll get to read them someday. Maybe I already own them. I just didn't start them or didn't get to the part where we see a member of the community. But first, I'm gonna start with number 10. Please put them on Takamine-san. This one, I've learned that there were 2 lesbian girls thanks to the anime. I don't remember her name, but one of the main guy's childhood friends is initially seen flirting with the main guy, but we learned in episode 9, I think, that she has a girlfriend. And she's actually probably my favorite support character so far. Too bad she only starts appearing really late into the series. I think she appears like in episode, like we see her at the very end of episode 7, and then we only see her starting episode 8. Number 9 is Skip and Loafer, with the main characters and being a trans woman. I'm not a fan of that character, not because she's trans. Actually, she's actually pretty cool. It's just that there are so many good characters that the main character's hand is one of my least favorite characters, but I still kind of like her quite a lot. Next is there are like multiple series. There are multiple like stories for that series, but I'm only going to show you one of them. But basically, it's the Corpse Party series at number 8. Seiko is pretty obviously lesbian, but the reason why I specifically took Book of Shadows because I also have uh, Blood Covered, I think the other series is because in this one, Seiko actually confess her feelings to the girl she loves. In Blood Covered, she reveals it to the reader, but she never really, as far as I know, because I haven't gotten far into that series, she hasn't actually confessed. Next is at number 7, Vampire Dormitory. This one is weird because, well, there is a guy who is mostly openly gay, but there are two guys who are in love with the main girl, and the main girl for a while poses as a boy, and and at some point the girl actually transforms into a boy for like a couple chapters, and the two guys' feelings for the main girl, even when she either posed as a boy or is transformed into a boy, they don't change. So I'm willing to say they are like maybe I'm not really good at this, but maybe pansexual or bisexual. I don't know, but at the very least, there's a guy. One of my favorite characters, actually, the gay guy. I really like this guy. Next is something that might be controversial, but at number 6, um, the 100 girlfriend really, 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 really. I think I said it one too many times, but really love you. Um, there are multiple girlfriends who are who shows very, very strong hint that they might not be completely straight. Um, Actually, one of the older girlfriend actively French kissed several of the other girlfriends, and she did so willingly. So it's not because she was transformed into a kiss zombies like in Volume 2 or the later half of season 1, I believe. Um, so yeah, uh, yeah. Again, this might be controversial, but personally, I love this series. Um, Next is Love's Insight at number 5. One of my favorite support character and one of my favorite character overall is this guy's boss, who was also his bully. Is actually the boss is actually the reason why he has you can see it really well. Yeah, you can. This is why he has a scar right here, uh, because his boss. Uh, 10 years, I think, prior to the main story, he actually knifed the guy near the eye. And the boss is a gay man, and he's easily one of my favorite character. Outside of the two main character, the boss is easily my favorite character. I really love this guy. Uh, Next, at number 4, a new game. This one you just read volume 1 or maybe the first half of season 1 if you watch the anime, and you see that Rian is very, very obvious in love with Koyagami. It's not the main focus of the stories, but unlike some of the other series I've shown so far, there are quite a few chapters that focus on Ku and Rin's relationship. So again, not the main focus, but still an important part of the stories. The next two, number 3 and 2. Well, no, never mind. Actually, just number 3 for now, because number 1 and 2 should go together for the reason I'm about to say. But anyway, number 3 is Mono. This one might surprise some, but one of the character is revealed right in chapter 1 to be in love with one of the other main character. So Anne is Anne reveals both in episode 1 of the anime and chapter 1 of the manga that she's in love with. I always forget her name because she's always referred by her nickname. But yeah, Anne is in love with Satsuki. Is it? Yeah, Satsuki. But something that I didn't really like is that she drops the bombshell. She drops that bombshell in chapter 1, episode 1, and it's never really brought up again. In episode 2, I think, or chapter 2, and it was in episode 1. In episode 1 and chapter 2, I think, she was shown to be a little overprotective of Satsuki, but other than that, nothing. Next, number 2, and I would say number 1 as well. Number 2 is the Other Rabbit, and number 1 is Non-Yuri, and this has nothing to do with the manga. Both of them feature one of the main character being in love with another main character. In the case of Is the Other Rabbit, Xiao or Sharo, some people call her Sharo, is in love with Riz. And in Non-Yuri, and as early as chapter 3, I think, it is revealed that Otaru has fallen in love with Komari. So basically, both of them being loving girls. However, again, these are mostly used as kind of running gags rather than important plot point. In both cases, unlike Mono, where it's just mentioned one, then never brought up, in these two series, it is actually shown several times that Xiaro and Otaru are having a crush on Riz and Komari, but again, it's mostly used just as a running gag that's used for certain chapters rather than an important plot point. I kind of wish that this would have developed into something more, especially Is the Other Rabbit, but apparently it doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen. Well, Non-Yuri is definitely not going to happen because the series is over. I do wish Atto made a sequel series or something, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But as far as I know, Is the Other Rabbit is still ongoing, and I really hope that by the end of the series, something will happen between Xiaro and Riz, but I really don't think it's going to happen, sadly. So, yeah, that's it. These are my top 10 favorite series that are not Yuri, but feature a rather important character that's part of the LGBTQ plus community. Again, if you have any other good series that feature that character from the community in series that are not focused on LGBTQ, I really don't hesitate to suggest them in the comment section. I don't know if I'll get to read them, but I still want more suggestions. I have a big collection of manga, but that doesn't mean I don't want to learn about new series, especially if they are on the cuter sides like Love's Insight or Is the Other Rabbit. My books are falling apart. I love series that are cute like that. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.